Well, I am not my much prettier girlfriend, but you should stick around and watch what I'm doing anyways, cause I share some stream accounts with my much prettier girlfriend, but I think if you hang out, you'll find out that I am okay. We share a Twitch account. Twitch.com/dorkspace. She's on it honestly most of the time. I'm sorry that I'm not the hottie that you were hoping to find. Pretty hot though, if I say so, just not the hottie you were looking for. But I'm playing every game on the Nintendo 64 and every Final Fantasy game that's come before. So please stay and watch me, por favor. I can't do this song anymore. Hello. Hello. Oh, my mic's not. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello. There we go. Actual microphone. You found $2? Selena found $2. I was coming in to set all this up, and Selena said, I'm going to be going in there to put the hands away. The hands away, which she was talking about her action figures. They got hands, but without that context, I was just like
horrified.
A little bit.
I'd be keeping hands.
I mean, I was
I'm
assuming.
Like that one guy, what's his name? The llamas with hands.
Carl. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Cashiel? Cashiel says that song always gets me. It's pretty solid.
My tumblies that only hands could satisfy.
Precisely.
Yes.
Okay, I love you immensely. What? Oh, okay. Goodbye. Love you. All right, I'll turn her mic off now. How is everyone doing? Hello, Cashiel. Hello, Mello. I hope life is treating y'all all right. That's where that needs to be, and then I need... Oh, that's what I'm missing. I need that there. She right there. Oh, I see her. Never mind. Yeah. Now she ran away, though. So this game. We're gonna try to get through this dungeon and see how it goes. We're definitely this game, man. We're definitely like in a odd space with it. I am. Cashiel says almost got all my paperwork done, so that's exciting. I don't know what paperwork that is, but good game on paperwork. Congrats. All right, we're gonna move this. That should be good. Oh, I forgot. Once I move that, I have to. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna try to just run through this dungeon today with our current setup. I think that is... Can we walk through these tiles? We can. Okay. They're just tall grass like in Pokemon. But I think that's going to be our best bet. And then these are the dudes that we can't use magic on at all. So she's going to just run some cures over everybody. Is that like stay here paperwork? Because like if I were you, I would be moving towards the other direction at this point. I don't know that America is... Man, it's a weird time. I know it'll pass. I know it'll pass, so that it'll be like something my grandkids are like, what was it like during all that? And I'll be like, it was weird. What was it like in COVID, Grandpa? That was weird too. Cashiel says, yeah, it is, and I've been debating it, but the wife, you know, yeah. Now I unfortunately get that too, so.
it's just it's odd, and like, well, it'll all like at some point things will kind of settle down a little bit. It's just, especially right now, I think it's very tumultuous, and that's gonna just make things fun for quite a while. We're in my industry, which is comic books. I don't know how anything else is gonna work, but I don't know either how comic books are gonna work. What I do know about comic books, though, is that every comic book you see out there in the world is printed in Canada, which means that for my industry, which is already kind of struggling in a way that is putting a lot of comic shops out of business and putting one of our biggest distributors out of business, it's not the easiest time right now. That you're going to be adding at least 25% to the cost of every comic book to someone in some mechanism of that chain. And we'll see how that works out. I know right now the current state of these same guys. Guess she can just do a bunch of cures, because it's like it doesn't... No one really needs cure right now, though. Yeah, I guess just warp so that we... But we're in a spot. I know some of my friends that own and run comic book stores in Canada are especially worried, because what they're worried might end up happening right now. The Canadian tariffs, retaliatory tariffs, are like very targeted. But they were worried before those were outlined that we would get kind of broad ones like the ones America is doing, in which case you would end up with if you were a Canadian retailer of comic books that were printed in Canada, they would be printed in Canada, then would go to the American publishing companies that print them in Canada, who then would ship them back to these Canadian comic book stores, who then would it would get a tariff coming back then too. So it would be like this weird like double tariff situation. I don't even know that makes any sense. I just know that's where retailers were at, of like, is this what's going to happen to me? Because I don't like, what, are my costs going to go up by 50%? And it's like, no, that's not how math works. If anything, it would be 37.5. But like, the fact that any of us have to think about this kind of math and all this stuff is already a mess. And that's just comic books, which is pretty silly. I mean, it's not very silly because it's how I eat, but it's still that is just my industry. So it's going to be interesting. Do we come down that way and walk up here? Probably. That's probably what happened. Okay. So we'll see. We'll figure it all out. It's what you gonna do? We're just gonna keep playing Final Fantasy games. Keep attempting to sell comics for as long as I can do that part of it, and then keep watching Twin Peaks. We've been watching so much Twin Peaks. We're on the return. We're on the episode that I have heard is like the crazy trippy one. Episode 8 is what we have up on the docket for tonight, and I'm pretty excited about it. All right. Murder these fools. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Delicious water out of a New York Comic-Con cup. I was so mad. So before COVID, they did these at all the Reed Pop cons. And I was like, I'm going to collect these from like every one I go to. And then they stopped doing them because of COVID. And then they haven't started again. But from like that first year I had going to cons, I have like these from all of them, which is fun. I'm a real like it's funny, I'm not the biggest drinker in the world, but man will I drink to make a con floor less stressful. Like that's a big they're just not a huge fan of the con floors. They're fine. And it's like I know it's a thing that like it's work for me because like I'm running around, I need to get this done, get this done, get this done. But it's fun work still, and I enjoy being at cons. But man, does that many people stress me out, and I need that con beer. That was one of my biggest critiques of San Diego Comic-Con, which is most people's bucket list. Like, oh my god, I really wish I could go to that one. That's the one. That's the one that I'm like, I really want to go to. But my biggest critique of that one is there's no alcohol. I mean, it's not like there's no alcohol in San Diego anywhere, but it's like there's none on that con floor. Oh, did I fall? Is that what just happened? I'm guessing I fell. These dudes again. At least I know how to deal with them. That makes it a little easier. I actually remembered to set a light up this week, so we shouldn't have that like, oh my god, Jeff's sitting in complete darkness. I'm a thinker. I remember to do things. You cure her. You fight this one. You get points for being here, sweetheart. It's rough because, like, yeah, Rayla's way under-leveled, and given that we can't manage to get, like, anybody leveled up, really. Like, we're having so much trouble, like... I just cured her back to full health, because that's what my cure spell can do in one move. And it's like, we'd be better off leaving her, hurt if she would survive. The problem is she wouldn't survive, so she can't ever actually level up the amount she would need to actually be useful for us. This game is weird. Dum bum 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 bum. Da, 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 da. I instinctively hit a button like there would be a map, but that's not how this works. These things are called dual heads, which sounds like more like a porn search term, but whatever. 0 damage. That's what you like to see. No damage whatsoever. For a second, I thought you were bringing that whole monitor down, and that would have been dastardly. What? I'm sorry. Ah. Love you. Is fire or lightning doing better on them? I can't tell. We will try the lightning and see how that works. Put you there, I guess. I'm feeling good. I mean, this dungeon run is going fairly okay, which is good. Which is good news. Which means we should be in decentish shape to, even if we don't make it through in this particular round, make it through this thing, which is really just what we need to be doing at this point, because like nothing that we were doing to try to level up is working for us. There's definitely regions that are tougher for us than others around here. It would be nice to kind of level people up, especially Rayla, but Rayla will leave us soon, I'm sure. So none of these people in the 4th spot stick around too long. And we'll see. We're coming up on a year of doing these Final Fantasy streams, and I was really hoping that we could polish this one off before we got there. It's looking more like we're at around the halfway point. So if we could get some progress this week, that would definitely make me feel better about life. And it's looking like this dungeon seems beatable. It might not be the first round of us doing it though, just because like I said, it's so easy to get just like turned around in these dungeons and just like lose all your resources just walking left when you should have walked right, and then the next trip through the dungeon you like know that, and then you can walk right. That seems to be a lot of the gameplay setup of this game. Is a lot of it is if you played this one with like a map open in front of you for each dungeon, I think you would probably blaze through this game pretty quickly. That seems to be, for better or worse, predominantly where a lot of the gameplay is coming from. Is just like a lot of when you're in the dungeons, like, oh, you thought this room would lead to something, but not. Actually, it's just a whole lot of nothing in here, and then you're like, all right. And you get an encounter because you're stuck with an encounter every run, right? So, oh, she hit twice that time. What is up, Sam? Hello. Hi. Welcome to Final Fantasy time. How goes FF2? We're doing it. Lena's magic power's up. Rayla's vitality's up. We're wandering through this dungeon. We fell on a bridge. I don't know where we're going. I can't even, truth be told, I can't super remember why we're in this dungeon. I remember there's a reason. Okay, are one of these the mage guy? If that guy's the mage guy, we should be targeting him first because they're annoying. Those are Captain Orgers. Oh, if I remember correctly, is what that stands for. If I remember correctly, you were looking to free some prisoners, I think. Something like that. We went to the castle, and this is something with a dragoon. There's some sort of thing where we're something with something dragons. Like there's one dragoon kid left, and then looking for an egg. Then I might be looking for an egg. I think that sounds right, actually. Captain Ogre. We actually, so we went and it's been a tight time. It's probably gonna get tighter, right? Probably gonna get a little more snug financially. And we did the thing that always happens where it's like people bring up, hey, you can do this, hey, you can do this, and I'm always just like, we're fine. Like, it's fine. We don't need to do that stuff. We're fine. Because I don't know, there's this weird like Midwestern like guilt about taking help and doing stuff when you which like in capitalism I feel like we should all take advantage of that stuff. I always think that for other people. And Sam says I'm using the financial situation of the world to motivate my diet and stop stress eating. Yeah. Well, I just, we went and did like the food pantry thing for the first time, which is like always been there and always been an option that we could utilize. But like, again, it's just you talk yourself into like, well, that's for other people, right? And it's just like, and we just rolled through and, you could do it once a month and got like oh gosh, Rayla is dead. I got talking, and now Rayla's dead. But we rolled through, and we came out of it, and it was like, one, we came out of it with more shit than I ever would have expected. And it's kind of insanely generous and ridiculous, and like, but so much of it is stuff that'll be helpful and needed, and and if we would have like done it before, because it's like you definitely could do it for lead months and then or do it for, I don't know how I get so caught up in like the weird pride of like not utilizing stuff like that, and then you get into those situations, you're like, oh man, I should have done this. I should have just been doing this all along. This is crazy. So yeah, don't be prideful to do that kind of stuff. Because like I know so many people that have really been struggling that, if they would take advantage of that stuff, they'd be in probably a better spot. And it's not always gonna be, I don't know that we're gonna do it every month, but January super makes sense because it's like January, February, and like August, September are usually the months where we're really at this point of just like, oh yeah, everyone spent all their money in December, everyone's broke, everyone's given up kind of personal stuff, and we we are the ones who sell the personal stuff. That's how we make a living. So, like, that always puts us in an interesting spot. So, and the similar thing happens in the summer, but that's more vacation related. Like, everyone spends a bunch of money going on vacations, and Sam says, I'm very uncomfy. All the food pantries are at churches here, but I do want to help out. I mean, we just went to one, and the dude in front of us in the church pantry line had a hat on that said shit with 4 T's, and they did not say a thing to him. So, like, I mean, it was Catholic, if that helps, so they're probably left leaning. I will say, you know, like, it's not like Catholicism is not without it definitely still has issues, but, like, you know, maybe by looking at the people that you know, don't like disbelieve in evolution, and the people that like tend to think gay people should be able to be people church-wise, like Sam says, I get all churches aren't bad, I just have lots of religious PTSD. The buildings themselves make me uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm the same way. So looking up local food pantries, they're all community things the churches put on. It seems that way around here, which at least these churches seem to be giving back to the community. Yeah. Did I remember not to cast magic on these guys? I can't remember if I did or not. I can't remember what Lena was doing. Because you can't cast magic on these guys, it just heals them. So much fire. Sam says, at least these churches seem to be giving back to the community. Yeah, I think there's an... God damn it, Jeffrey. You know not to do that, but you did it anyways. You dumb, silly little bitch. I do think there's a time coming where you're gonna get Sam said, excuse me. Sorry, I did something silly. I'm allowed to call myself out when I do things silly. You smart, silly little bit. Okay, fine. But yeah, I'm with you. I do think there's an era coming where we're gonna get a lot more churches that are gonna do the things that we expect more churches to do. I think they're gonna have to reinvent themselves. I think their numbers are just they're gonna watch their numbers continually like spiral into, but you watch that it happens about every 100 years where like they hit this breaking point of just like, oh man, new people aren't really signing up. Maybe we should change our whole opinion on the slavery thing. Then you see like they repackage everything, and then the intense battles that they drew hard lines over 100 years ago, like suddenly become not important, and they're like, yeah, no, that was definitely wrong, but these battles today, those ones we're right about. Sam says, I hope so. Yeah, I think I mean, because part of the issue, it's like, I remember, one of my times coming off of when I didn't know whether I was going to open the comic book store or not, and it was clear, it was like, oh man, I'm good at sales, so like maybe I should get a grown-up sales job. And they're all gross, but one of them that I interviewed with, and I could have gotten the job if I would have taken it. The guy I interviewed with that owned the company was just like, do you go to church? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, I'm not going to tell you have to go to church. He's like, I am going to tell you most of my top salesmen do. And he's like, if you go to church, let us know what you're throwing in the offering plate, and we'll give you 50% of that as long as you're throwing a business card in with the... I was like, what? And he wanted you going to whatever church you're going to go to and throwing money in the offering plate, which he was going to match, but like have you putting a business card in while you did it, so that it was just like when people needed stuff, they would come to you. And talking to other salesmen and stuff, that's not a rarity. Sam says that's so uncomfy and icky. It is for me and you, but it's kind of it is what it is. That's why a big part of why I didn't take that job is stuff like that felt uncomfy, and stuff like that felt like, you know what, I would rather be a not successful salesman, if that's what being a successful salesman looks like. It's a weird existence, this whole capitalism thing. Not sure I like it. The best thing, though, about the food bank experience is that at every step along the way of it, they assumed Selena was one of my kids. Every time we had to correct every single station. Be like, oh, and is this one of the 3 children? Like, nope, that's an adult. But the people were really nice and sweet. Saves us poorly. Yeah, that is her entire existence. It's funny too, because I keep expecting, like, I've known her for a long time now, and I keep expecting that to subside a little bit, as she gets older, and it has not. What in the world is this dungeon? I feel like I'm just going all sorts of up and down. I don't know if I'm making any progress or not. Fire! Did I fire all of them? I meant to fire all of them. Fire! Yeah, okay. Put this one back here. Like, I'm constantly in the zone of, like, I just want to pay my bills and make cool, dumb, weird shit. I just want to, like, do streams and music and make art and like some amount of work, but I would like those things to be some level of like work, and then go and run a comic shop, I guess, too, and I just want to exist. Like that's all I want. I want existence to be less confusing. Sam's just checked some notes. Apparently, I'm exactly 150 streams away from hitting Shiki's backups. Yeah, because she wasn't backing up for a long time. Are you... What's your plan with her backups? Are you going to use the same kind of like intro, outro stuff? Are you going to make like a separate one for her? She started after your stream 298. I think this is... I can't tell which one's the wizard one. Okay, I picked correctly, I think. Yeah, because it's the wizard ogres that cause the problems. With their magic. Her thumbnails will be a bit different. I feel like I just always kind of reinvent a lot of what we're doing on YouTube, and I probably should be a little more consistent with it. I do think that I keep getting things marginally better, though. And then it's always chasing a weird thing of just like we're going from, hey, this is what it... like we change a lot of our screens up for the stream too, so and then it's half the time with audio. It's just like it's a big moving target. Same thing. I'm not doing it perfect by any means. I don't know. You do pretty well. The idea is for this to continue to get easier and faster. So this is my problem with the whole YouTube thing, is that it's like, there's that aspect of like, how do I streamline this and just get faster at this? But then I have found that if I'm ever just like rush editing and just editing just to like get something up there by some certain date, that causes, like, it's fine. It's not like it's... Did I come from the right or the left? I think the left? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. Where is this gonna take me? I feel like I'm going in circles. I probably am going in circles. Same thing. Well, it's not a date thing for my style. My goal is preserving our history and let people watch full playthroughs they missed. Yeah. Well, and it's like my thing is like I'm trying to like not be like, I don't want to leave too much on the cutting room floor if it's like truly just like, oh man, it would have been fine or better with that, because you can like worship at the altar of like less is more way too much and get it to a point where it is bad. But like, I really like to like edit everything and then be able to watch it and rewatch it and make sure there's like a flow and that there's an actual, for the things I'm doing, I want each video to like actually tell a story. And so, I mean, this sounds like really hokey and really silly, but like the overall A to B story is always there of like, okay, I'm definitely going in circles because I've been here before. So I'm going to go up here and just try to not, I guess I'll go up now. but all that sounds like really hokey and silly for editing, video game things. But it's like, I don't know. It's like I do think there's a little bit of an art to it, and then I kind of want to do there's this overall kind of story that's just kind of organically there, which is like hey, we're playing from this part of the game to this part of the game, right? But then and more naturally a story kind of develops that's like, hey, we're in the bug section, but the story is like, oh man, Lena can't find the thing to get the bugs, right? And so it's like you spread everything through the needle of that story, and if it doesn't quite fit, even if it's like, oh man, like that's a really funny thing, you might cut it because it's like it doesn't fit with the story you're telling, which is like, oh man, this person can't find this thing. And then sometimes you can try to do a thing where you tell several stories along the way, right? That tie into but like that's kind of the thought process. And I feel like I'm not perfect at it, but when I like get something done that I'm like, oh shit, that was really good, that's like really, that stuff is really in play, and we managed to do a good job with it. Like I said, it's a tough thing. I keep getting better at it, I think, but it's a tough road. And I think where a lot of people, not that do videos like Sam does, because Sam's just trying to preserve like an overall like longer play, capture the memories thing, and just like reduce like backtracking and reduce like things that like aren't in, the story Sam's trying to tell is, like, what was it like to be on this stream, so that people can remember it and feel good about it. And like, I feel like where a lot of people mess up, that try to make gameplay videos, is they think they're like, oh man, I need to just deliver the game story. And it's like, there's 1,000 ways. Most people that are watching your video probably know the game story already. Like they just do. That's what's drawing them to the video, is like they really like that story and they want to experience it again, maybe in this different way, or maybe they don't really care about the story because they've experienced it. But the interesting thing is the person who's playing the game. Sam says my numbers are not indicating I'm doing well. Okay. I mean, mine either, I guess. So, well, it's not a date thing for my style. My goal is preserving our history and let people watch full playthroughs they missed. I don't want to accidentally publish someone saying something awful in chat out of my control, so I tediously read every message right now. Once I hit 2024, I ditched on-screen chat, and everything will be much faster to go through. Yeah, I did that around the same time you did for that reason, too. With Shiki's, I'm just putting a picture over her chat. And Sam says in Final Fantasy VIII, save all your hours and hours of drawing magic. Absolutely. Sam said, I shit you not, in Stream 3 of Final Fantasy VIII, I cut out 28 minutes of us just drawing straight magic. Yeah, that's that game. And pushing square a lot whenever you cast a GF. You gotta boost those guardian forces. I really don't like it here. So I've for sure been up there. Sam says, you have to press a button for that? I never did, not even once. Yes. It is. So if you're beat the whole game and didn't realize that, yeah. So like every Guardian Force casting turns into a into basically like a where like a mini game similar to like those NES like running and Olympic games, because it's you get you press square as fast as you can, and then it like red light green lights you for pressing square. So if you do it when it's red lighting you, you lose it all. But it adds like I think it's like up to 50% to the attack. Sam says, I hadn't learned to boost skill. I just never button mashed anything that I can remember. Sam says, weird. Yeah, that's part of the game. And then Vince and I back in the day went out and made sure we had the controllers that had like the turbo setting on it, so you could just sit there. I never liked doing that because it I felt that it was too easy to like make a mistake and boost into the when you weren't supposed to be boosting. So, but that's what a lot of people did, was just they would go ham on a controller that had that turbo button so that they didn't have to keep pressing it. Which makes sense, but like I said, it's like I personally felt that it didn't really give a lot of advantage. I dropped, that's what I needed. Yeah, that's really funny that you never realized that. I think, though, a lot of it, though, is that you played it on, like, a charity stream for so much of, like, your introductory time. So it's like, if you're playing it, like, those first 8 hours stretched over a week, somebody along the way during that week would have been like, hey, did you know you could do this? Oh, she's like out. We're in rough territory here, folks. I didn't realize how close she was to since I played it with Isara and Audrey, though, they reminded me stuff every day. Okay. It's a weird game. I think a lot of people don't know a lot of things about that game. As much as you joke about the limit break system, I don't think I've ever engaged with it in that game. It's just, it was always just a weird system, and I was always just like, I'm not sure about all this. I love the card fighting, the card game in that so much. I love Triple Triad. And I save scum the fuck out of playing Triple Triad, and it'll be interesting streaming it, because I don't know that I can save scum Triple Triad gameplay and like keep my head hung high. What should we do? We're like not in good shape. Which one of these? There's warp and there's zap. One gets us up a floor, one gets us out. Let's try warp first. Takes much HP if not skilled. Oh shit, it did take a lot of her HP. The problem is we're like not super near a town. But this way we get to keep the leveling up we've done, at least. Maybe if we can run away. Yeah, we ran away. Okay. All right, so first attempt. Oh my god. Did you guys leave me alone? Okay. Sam said it was super cool watching Odin, Gilgamesh, Phoenix, and Angelo just do whatever they wanted to. Oh, I did love the RNG summons. Yeah. Limit break for extra Angelo stream time. Sam said it's very easy to miss. Like if you don't move sideways for the limit, it's gone next turn. Yeah, I don't think I ever actually put it together because can we run, please? Oh, that's not good. I guess it was the wizard doesn't let us run. So maybe if we kill the wizard, then we can run away. Can you not blind us all? Okay, maybe you can run away. Sam said there was this one silly fight I was trying to throw because I wasn't winning, and Angelo kept reviving Renoa, and then Phoenix would revive the whole party. Then Angelo would bring back Renoa again. Yeah, I have such a weird soft spot for that game. It's tied to like so many good memories. And I fully understand why it doesn't work for a lot of people. It's also, I think, it pushes a lot of the series in like the wrong direction. I think a lot of ways the overcorrection that 9 made away from like everything that like where like 7 and 8 were pushing the series. I think in a lot of ways that's actually, I think, a great vision for like the direction that Final Fantasy can be and continue to go. It's like I fucking love 9. And so it's easy and fair to look at 8 and be like, you know what, that was actually kind of the start of the problem. But I like 8 a lot. I just really do. The goofiness of the characters and the story just work for me in a way that they maybe shouldn't. You know, I was really like one of those kids that was like, someday when I have like a wedding, are we gonna like be singing "Your Eyes on Me" to each other? Like I was that convinced that it was like what a beautiful and amazing love story this game is. And it's fine. Oh, I don't need to be doing this. This is how I got to the. Oh, God damn it! I'm just trying to find the spot where I can revive my person. Please and thank you. Maybe they don't have one in this town. They have somewhere to buy white spells. They have an inn. Maybe it's there? That's a nondescript building. Yeah. Let's go. Hello, hi. Suddenly, warm and bright shower of energy fills all through the air. May this energy of love be with you. Sam says, I think I will enjoy it a lot more on the second run. Yeah, I think so too. I know you don't have a current mechanism for replaying any of these Final Fantasy games, but I'm kind of looking forward to that era where maybe you don't stream them, maybe you just have them for yourselves, but Sam says, oh, I do? I will be streaming them. Okay. Just not as part of Final Fantasy. We're doing this and only this kind of thing, I'm guessing. Different versions. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Not part of Final Fantasy year, yeah. All right, we are going to save. our first run into that dungeon didn't go well. It didn't go terribly either. We're just, you know, lost. But it does seem doable. We did do some amount of leveling up. So we'll be able to take that with us and try again. I do need to take a break. We're going to run some ads so people can hop in and out without Twitch yelling at them. So I'll be right back in 3 minutes. Get up, get a drink, pet your cat, tell your mother you love her. We'll be right back in just 3 minutes. Oh, he's kind of cute. Guessing I'm not going to feel that way in a few minutes, but... It's like a big weird puppy. With human feet. Big weird puppy with human... I don't like the feet. Oh, yeah, you get that chin back up, buddy. Okay. Ugh. Okay. You got kind of a caboose. Wait, is this... Fiend's ball cracks open, and an ominous cloud rises, and evil shape congeals. It's the Lich, the Fiend of Earth. Did we just stumble into the actual boss battle? Okay. As we were trying to leave. Sure. That's how that could work. All right. Do we have the resources to fight this? Probably not. Is this gonna go terribly? Probably. Let's see. She's got no spells except she's got a pure spell. So and what do you got going on? You got no fire 3s, but you got some ice 2s. Okay. Ouch. Never mind. We're all dead. It is. Hey. Should've known. Fucking spider things. I'm gonna let it kill me, because fuck that. Fuck it. I'm done. My stupid, shitty eyes, I was like, is that a penguin? No. Are they eggs? No. It's the fucking hand spiders, and I hate spiders. Oh, he's kind of cute. Guessing I'm not going to feel that way in a few minutes, but... It's like a big weird puppy. With human feet. Big weird puppy with human... I don't like the feet. Oh, yeah, you get that chin back up, buddy. Okay. Ugh. Okay. You got kind of a caboose.
Swear to me that everything that you said about the fireflies is true.
I swear.
Ugh. Something is clearly wrong.
Oh no.
Oh!
Yeah? What's your vote usually?
That one's
That
terrible.
situation.
Why does it say yam? Pizza.
Hello. I have returned with, once again, a New York Comic Con cup full of water. I'm trying to get better about drinking that water. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for the welcome back. Put this guy here so I can see chat. I should probably get more water. Yeah, it's good for you, I hear. So I've been trying to do it. All right, so let's. Oh, why are we? Oh, because we're still dark. Okay, that's good to know, I guess. That's stupid. I know Shiki made so much fun of me that like first stream or whatever when I was just like, hey, staying at an inn should fix these things. But I still think it should. I think any status ailment should go away. How are we on eye drops? It will one day. Yeah, that's it's weird the little tweaks they make between each game. Yeah, it just that one just makes sense to me though, of just like, hey, if you stay in an inn, it's like a reset for the character. I can kind of understand the ones where it's like, actually no, even if you die, you know, you have to go like do some sort of revival. Although like having it just be another building, I don't know. I don't super love that either. I would prefer that to just be fixed by staying in an inn. But that still somewhat makes sense to me. I don't see an item store. Hello, I'd like to buy some item. There we go. Excuse me. Sam said, I think it was 7 or 8 where the poison didn't hurt you as long as you stood still. Yeah, well, why would poison hurt you? I think that's all of them, though, once you're on the map. If it hurts you as you move. Can't carry any more eye drops. I should probably... Wait. I'm guessing that his, oops. He's got an opal sword. Or, absorb 2. Absorb 2. Okay, that changes absolutely nothing. I'm going to keep the opal one because it sounds cooler. I can switch his... Okay, switch into gold armor. Helped a lot. And we had silver. Oh, that's a hat. Okay. I'm just trying to clean my inventory up too and make sure I'm selling things that I don't need. Arm. I don't know that we have anything that goes on the arm right now. So let's... He just has the leather armor, so we could probably buy him better armor. My problem isn't super, like, that's what we were talking about last week, is like, well, is that the issue? Do we just need to get better armaments on these guys? And it's like, that'll certainly help, but it's like, primarily the issue is that she's running out of magic, you know? And yeah, I don't know that this is going to be our solution either. So let's sell this because we don't need it anymore. Don't need a leather shield anymore. I wonder if it'll let you sell these like key items, because they just kind of take space up in your inventory. But I also am scared to accidentally sell the key items, and this would be the game that would be like, well, sorry. Oh, Sam says, I was talking specifically in mid-battle. I get what you mean about taking damage while in the overwhelm. So, like, you could skip the character's turn, and they wouldn't take poison damage in between turns. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if that's even by design, or if that just was a quirk of just how they had those characters set up. Like, how they had, like, the programming language set up. Like, I wonder if they actually intended for that to be the case, or if that worked out that way. I'm gonna go. What? Okay. Okay. Fun. Okay. If you want, like, but like it's probably just like a bug she's got to get over. I mean, people get sick.
Right, but when people get sick, they go to the doctor, and the doctor gives them medicine.
No, usually when you get sick, you just I don't know. I didn't ever go to the doctor growing up, so I don't know. You can do whatever you feel is best, though.
I'll text Kimberly.
Okay. I love you. That's always the tough one for me. I just never went to doctors really growing up. So, like, I just never... Curse Pan, Kiss, Soft. I was looking for, like, a tent. Can I buy a tent? Buy eye drops. Sam says I'm too broke for doctors. So are we, but, so I can buy an ether or a revive. Like, I'm getting up in the money amounts where it's like that's not insane. The danger though is like, one, it's helpful. It's not like crazy amounts of helpful. Emergencies only. Yeah, that's kind of just how I up to. What is up, Snoopy? Hello. Welcome in. Good seeing you, man. I'm doing all right. Can't complain too much. I'm sure I'll find a reason to, but it's gonna be these stupid branches. That's what I'm gonna complain about, is like having to fight these assholes. Sam says, which loops back to me saying the state of the world right now is really motivating me to get better about my health. Yeah. It was, we went all of January without eating out. We ate out on February 1st. Like, we got pizza because it's just like, hey, we did it. And I was just like, immediately I was like, we spent $14 on this. I don't know. Like, I am like in that like dad mode of like, is this, I don't know about this. And probably will stay that way for a while. Which is good because I was broken in the other direction for way too long. All right, so we're gonna I was gonna adjust her. That's what I was gonna do. Boom. So we're gonna head back up to that dungeon. Use the tent right before, so we're coming at it with like full and complete health. And magic and everything. And then make another stab at it. I think honestly we should be okay, especially if we manage to like actually motherfucker with stupid blinding us all. Like, why? Why is that a thing we need to do right now? We're not even in the dungeon yet. But yeah, I'll probably be in that dad mode for quite a while. I'm just gonna be in the like, should we really spend the money on this thing? Just that we were wasting just so much money on, especially fast food, and then getting it and eating it, and then being like, was this really like, did we really come out of this with like so happy and excited that we spent money here? All right, we will continue our quest for an egg. I forgot I had to use an eye drop thing on her. Sim says I'm lucky that my brain is very anti-corporation right now, so fast food does nothing for me. Yeah, the problem is while you're in it, like your brain is just wired for fast food in a way that's really, really hard to untangle and undo. And then once you haven't had it in a while, it's like I imagine if I went and got, you know, my regular order at McDonald's right now, I'd be like, my body would be like, ugh. But like while you're in it and you're eating it every day, you crave that shit so hard, and it's so delicious, and the amount of like super late night Taco Bell runs that I would get talked into, that's where like 90% of our money was going. It would just be like, well, you know, it's why shouldn't we? I mean, we're like slightly hungry. We could make we didn't have stuff here to make something. Like, why shouldn't we go roll through? And Sam says I haven't done midnight Taco Bell runs in years. Good times. Yeah, it's nothing quite hits like midnight Taco Bell. Okay, so we have to eye drop her. At least the game doesn't let you use eye drops on people that don't need it. We're gonna use it tent. We'll leave Lena blind because she doesn't. Used our tent. We're gonna save. Okay, so we've saved outside. Everybody's at full health. Lena is blind, but maybe that'll make her a stronger magician, right? Maybe that makes her a stronger mage. That stands to some amount of reason. Oh my gosh, we made it all the way back up to the top floor. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, guys. We're fine. I'm fine. Are you fine? I'm fine. We're gonna make progress. We're gonna make progress today. Calling it now. We're gonna get this dungeon done. At least we did save after all that, so like the small amount of leveling that we did while we were in here, like that stuck. Last week was pretty demoralizing because I don't think we like progressed at all. It was just like a week of like, well, we you know, we we made it to some amount of things. I don't know. It was rough times. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, so we're gonna go down this one here, I think. Oh, Sam, tonight we are going to watch what I've not seen it, don't want any spoilers on it, but what I hear is like the trippiest, craziest episode of Twin Peaks: The Return. Episode 8. That is on the docket for this evening. I'm pretty excited. Sam says, I do know the episode well enough to know which is which, but the return does get very funky. Yeah, I think this one tends to have a reputation. I found a cure. Of like, there's clips of like Matthew Lillard being interviewed and being like, I'm not a Twin Peaks person, and I didn't know what I was getting into being in Twin Peaks, but like episode 8, what the fuck's even happening in that episode? I'm excited for it. I think I might enjoy The Return more than OG Twin Peaks, which is interesting when I read people that are like, because there are some people that they're just like, you know, I like Twin Peaks and I don't like any other, I like the OG show and I don't like anything else. And I mean, this is fine. But man, do I really like The Return. I think it's incredible. Sam says, glad you are enjoying it. Yeah. Having a good time. We talk about it once you finish. Oh, have you guys finished it? Last I knew you guys were still watching it, but oops, that's not what I meant to do. Whoa! Hello, friends. Big giant guys. We watched it a few years ago. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. And then I think when we finish it, I'm going to also watch, there's like a handful of his movies I've never watched. So, and I would like to just have it all in my head. Sam said we've not finished our rewatch yet. My brother moved, so his media server is offline. Oh, okay. Yeah, media servers are great. I was going to build one a million years ago and just kind of never got around to it. I should probably get back to that. Especially because I'm really it like kind of moved off of it just because there's so much like streaming and everything else, and I really kind of feel like I do feel like a weird like post information age dark age is like on its way. It's gonna be weird. I think it's gonna get really weird for a minute, and then things will start moving back the right direction. God damn it, Rayla. Sam says, I'm worried the platform he uses is going to get too popular and then legal licensing issues. Yeah, that's always the struggle. Sam says, I mean, that's already starting. yeah, I think a lot of stuff that we take for granted is gonna get really weird. Someone pointed out though, like that concept of, I forget the word for it. It's just a fancy psychological term for like that concept of like, oh, it's always darkest before the dawn, right? But like, there's this psychological thing that happens, and it's like true of like every sentient creature. It's true of like all like change. And when you put it out on the society level, it happens over a decade or two. Sometimes a century, usually a decade or two, not like as instantly as it happens. But like there's an extinction event. There's like a surge at extinction of stuff, and we're kind of, we're gonna reset here. This one fight is doing us in. Just because we drew the RNG, we drew giants. Simpsons archive.org keeps getting attacked by hackers and lawsuits. It's like the world's best wealth of information right now. It's always darkest before the dawn. Well, where the hell is Gandalf? It's taken much longer than 5 days. Yeah. No, so there's this idea that like an example that's often given is like, hey, if you go to run a credit card and like that card doesn't work, like normally if you'd go to run a credit card, you would just run it once. But then when it doesn't working, weirdly enough, even though it doesn't working and you're finding out it doesn't work, you actually, in the moment of extinction and the realization of it, like you run it a whole bunch of times being like, well, try it this way, maybe if I flatten it out, maybe if I do that, before you go like, oh shit, you know what? Like, I guess I'm going to have to pay cash. Here's cash. And that concept that like a surge at extinction, it's got a different, better word for it that I can't think of right now. That pairs with extinction. But like that happens, and we're kind of living through still probably I think a post-Obama society and culture is like somewhat freaking out, like, no racism, let's try it harder, make the racism and being shitty happen, like let's try it. What if we're really loud about it this time? Will that? And I think ultimately, like, humanity is going to go, no, that's not, no, thank you. But we are in the dying throes of that kind of thinking and behavior. And so it's way worse right now, but it's actually a positive sign. Because it means that it's like they have to get this loud and this angry and this aggressive about it, because they're hoping it works this time, and they're hoping we shut up about everything, and we're not going to. So that's Sam said I had to make a statement about that yesterday. Oh, just like to your... Yeah, because yesterday was your... Well, yeah, yesterday was your first day back streaming in a long time. I didn't know you were starting back up, or I would have set an alarm, but I did not make it. I'm sorry. I could have made the last half hour, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to just not disturb Selena by either getting up or turning something on next to her. I'm just going to sit here and read stuff. And then when I did get up, I played lots of God of War Ragnarok, which is pretty solid. Sam says there's no need to apologize. There are infinity things more important than me dying in Donkey Kong Country. We beat 5 levels in 2 hours. Yeah, I'm not very good at those games. It would not be... it would not be pretty if I were to play them, but I love them. I especially love the second one, and like beating the second one is like on my bucket list. At some point we're gonna do like maybe that'll be what replaces the Nintendo 64 thing of a Jeff's bucket list challenge, where it's just like, hey, here's weird games that don't matter to other people, but like Jeff's like always wanted to beat them. Here's and then, you know, where else are you gonna watch someone play Adventures in the Magic Kingdom on stream? You know, but Jeff's never beat it, or Little Nemo's Dream Master, or get 120 stars in Mario 64, right? Don't cast magic on them. You know better. BRB never got water. Okay. See you back soon. I'll just fight these Y souls while you're doing that. That like to set me on fire. They real mean like that. So much fire. It's just too much, man. Like, learn it. It's it's like sometimes these battles are like the equivalent of like when you play your little brother in Street Fighter and he just keeps crouch kicking you over and over and over again, and you're like, you know, it's not like what you're doing is illegal, but it's also not good form, buddy. Like, let's maybe, you know, mix it up a little bit. Do some different moves. But yeah, Jeff's bucket list games. I'd have to like really sit down and think everything that's on there, but this is the big one. Like I wanted to be able to say that I beat all of these games. Like all these Final Fantasies, especially the earlier ones. I knew I'd never played 2 or 3, and I had played 4 and 6 but never beat them. I beat 5, and I beat 7, 8, and 9, and I beat 10. And then watching Sam play has then added the layer of like, oh, I kind of want to play these games afterwards too. To kind of give my thoughts on them. I don't know that I'm gonna play all of the side ones. Like I think I want to play 10 and play 10 too, right? Like I want to play 13, 13 2, 13 3, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I can do tactics on stream. I really like tactics. I'm often not smart enough for tactical RPGs. And smart's probably the wrong word for it because I'm plenty smart, but like there is definitely it's a different kind. It's so easy to fuck up like a tactical RPG in a way that is very different from how easy it is to fuck up like any of these other games. Like it's that said, one of the big games on my list that I would really very much like to go back through is Shining Force 2. Because I've gotten decently. I played it all the time as a kid, never beat it. I always would like hit a point and get stuck. And then as an adult, I probably am way less set up for failure because I'm not a silly kid, right? I have a better idea of what I'm doing. But then it's the, being an adult. It's so easy to start games like that and be like, okay, and I'm going to keep playing it. And then you just, you never finish it, right? So, and that's happened a number of times. So it would be nice to have like a dedicated stream to playing a lot of those types of games and making sure they get finished. But yeah, I've never beaten Tactics or Tactics Advance, but man, would I be a little extra, because it's like this stuff is just attrition, right? There's a level of just like, I know I will eventually get through. Holy shit, these guys hit hard. Revenant? Fire also didn't insta-kill them, but fire and one of those. Okay, hopefully... Jesus. Like, I think we need her to cast fire. You can cast Cure. Not that your Cure is super powerful, but maybe it'll be enough to... make sure someone doesn't insta-die. Jesus. I mean, at least his HP theoretically will go up. Oh, fuck. These guys are tough. Oh, he died. Jesus. I think if they're gonna, one of the major problems with this game, and there are several, but I think one of them probably is that if they're going to do this nonsense of like, hey, it all needs to be in one battle, I think leveling up should still be able to happen if you die, because that's, I think, the biggest thing is, man, that sometimes is a real tough window to hit, because it's like he just got decimated in that fight, and it puts us in this awkward position of just like, well, if we would have like managed to keep him alive, which sometimes is a die roll, right? If we would have managed to keep him alive, his HP would have gone up, because it's like, yeah, he lost like all of his HP in like one go. But because he died, that doesn't happen. But like the situation that presented that in the first place still happened and still would happen again. So it's like, oh my God. Speaking of which, oh, and he's in the back row now. Jesus. That's not good. The auto movement to the back row because he died is not. Fuck. We're going to run. I think that's our best bet in this moment. It might not even let us. All right, I'm back. Welcome back. Things are not going well. I mean, I say that it's fine. I just didn't want to have to burn through another revive already. It's just like I don't see a world where she's gonna survive, but yeah, she's just gonna get decimated. This is what I thought. Like, it would be nice if like. Or like if the cure did, because the other thing is like if we would have cured him and then he would have lived through it, then the game would have been like, okay, well he doesn't need HP then. It's such a weird all or nothing scenario. Sam says, sorry, I ended up walking out the compost. Then Kaylee's mom got home, so we started talking about the 9 vultures. It's a lot of vultures, to be fair. It's so many vultures. I'm not sure anyone needs 9 vultures. No, I didn't need to cure everyone. I just needed to cure you. Like, you're not going to survive this battle. There you go. I knew you... That's why I was trying to cast Kira on just her, but like she's the last one in the row, so there's no like cancel that didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Yeah, these revenants suck, man. I can use my other Phoenix down, but then I am out of those. And then I have to make sure that I remember to move everyone around because that's what just fucked me over. That's such a... I'm going to do that even before I heal people. That's so stupid that it like auto moves them. Oh, and yeah, and I can't do anything with her. Jesus. All right. Which is rough because like she had... She has a decent amount of curing that she can do. Sam says, can't believe you keep letting my favorite character die. Shake my head. I'm so sorry. We're all just doing the best we can in Trump's America. We're all just surviving out here. We got 17 vultures. We got sick kids. We got Captain Ogres. Fucking wizard ogres that are probably going to blind us, and then we probably don't have enough high drops to keep everyone swinging. God damn it. My chair sinks. That should be better. All right. Well, now 2 of us have the cool sunglasses. Here's how I feel about this run, though. We have learned some things. We've definitely made it further into this dungeon than we made it before. There are some things that did not go well, but we learned from them, and we will continue to learn and adjust. Also, Sam, your favorite character is I don't know how to help her because she just, for the love of God, just needs to like level up and keeping her alive so that she can is a tough road. We did it. Sam says, will you level her instead of diving into dungeons constantly? I tried. Certainly tried. Get an ice shield and get the spell ice. It's fine. I kept her alive my run. That's probably true. We all know my branding is I'm not very good at games. Conditional not suitable for learning. You can't learn spells when you're dead, apparently. I don't even know if she knows ice or not, but apparently you can't. Dead men can't learn spells. You know the saying. Oh, god damn it. This is just all chess. I don't want to face these guys again. They hit so hard. And they're named after that Leo DiCaprio movie with the bear. Seems that's also my branding. Yeah. It's more true with me, though. See if we can beat this guy. All right, thank God. Almost Final Fantasy Tactics time. Is that what's next for you? I was just talking about tactics a lot while you were talking about vultures. Oh, because you're going tactical RPG to tactical RPG then. That's crazy. I've never beaten tactics, and I would be scared to do it on stream. Because I really, really appreciate tactical RPGs. I'm very bad at them. Tactical to tactical to tactical. Valkyrie Chronicles, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Have you played Tactics Advance? Because that has my favorite opening of any video game ever. It is just 10 out of 10. In the treasure box, you found steel. Suddenly monsters appeared. Only the intro to test the card. Did you know what I'm talking about? It's a pretty cool opening. Yeah, it's so cool. Boom. Cursed. What a horrible day for a curse. Yeah, I won't spoil it for anybody who doesn't know it, but Final Fantasy Tactics Advance has maybe the coolest opening of any video game ever. It's pretty rad. One of my favorite tactical RPGs is Vandal Hearts 2. Because it has a very crazy, unique mechanic, and I feel like a lot of times people will talk people into trying Vandal Hearts, and they'll start with the first one, and the first one's just like a pretty generic RPG, tactical RPG. The second one has a very unique mechanic of, as long as, you know, like if you have 10 soldiers and they have 7, it doesn't happen the last 3 times. But like for as many turns as you have the same amount of turns as them, basically, your characters move simultaneously. So when you move a guy and make an attack, they also move a guy and make an attack. And so you set up your moves, but then they happen simultaneously, which is really, really cool because you can actually make moves where you have a guy out in the front who they're probably going to come and attack, and you can have him move around and attack the space that he was. So like basically move around and attack the space that was above him. So the enemy will come down and swing at nothing while he's then attacking at the thing. But it's a gamble because you're basing on what you think the enemy will do, and it is so cool. I wish more tactical RPGs would do it. It's amazing. Sam said, if I could be in a video game, it would be Final Fantasy, some random kid in Final Fantasy Tactics. Possible ban evader, monitoring. Yeah, it's not someone who should get through. Cheap viewers. We have the cheapest viewers. All right. We have great viewers. It's so crazy because that stuff works. There must be people that throw money at that stuff, which is sad and rough and Simpson, I don't think you have to. You think it's just like you click the link and then you get like you give up your information. Pretty sure it's just a phishing site running bad scripts as soon as you click. Okay. Will. Can't hold anymore. Ugh. All right, so we're going to equip you. With steel. Which is a pretty big level up for you. Longsword, password long, blizzard, snowblaze, cure bomb. I can give someone a bomb. Okay. The ether doesn't give her like it's not nothing, but it's oof. That's not a ton for her either. It like not even 40. That's what 35. For how expensive that is, that should work a lot better. Wisdom. Flame. Bannon reported I'm back. Oh, I appreciate you doing that work. Ethernet, really? Yeah. And these assholes. First, I didn't realize you were talking about the ether, and I thought you were talking about Ethernet, and that related somehow to the person you had to ban, and I was just like, okay. Yeah, Ethernet. I realize now I basically spelled Ethernet. Yeah, I was trying to put the pieces together. Gosh, those guys hit so hard. Oh. He was even in fancy armor this time. It did not matter. Was in fancy armor, started at like full health. Oh boy, okay. Everybody's so dead. What the fuck does is that a spell? No, it's an item. What the fuck does wisdom do? Will is also an item? It's weird, man. Oh, let's save on a different save spot. We're not strong enough. I mean, we went the wrong way in the dungeon, obviously, because we ended up at a dead end that was just full of treasure chests, and so we obviously zigged where we should have zagged, which maybe, you know, in a world where we go the correct route, then we can get through it. But man, those revenants are nasty. We basically everything but the giants and the revenants we can handle. And the problem with the revenants is just they seem to go for Vince, who's our guy with the most HP, and so at least there's that. But we get like 2 turns, and then he is dead. I suppose we could like pivot and position him to more where he is getting healed on like turn 2, and that would be somewhat helpful. But man, those guys are nasty. They just hit so hard, and I don't know if we got it off on all 3 of them that time or not. No, just on the one. That might be a better strategy, though. That hit pretty hard. Stalacti died. Let's go. Actually, he's got cures too. Do 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 do. All right. God damn it. I was gonna do things. Bunch of jerks. Am I gonna be able to run away from this? I would like to run away from this. Can't run. I don't think I can run though. She's got like 2, like not even, like she's got like 2 magic attacks in her, and then she's done. Hmm. Cure. I guess you could do ice or lightning ones, but that's do that. Ba, 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 ba. Sure would have been great if I could run away from this battle. What?
Oh, I thought you were on break.
We'll be here in a second. I was finishing this battle up. She's kept 1 MP. What does she have that? Stun. Let's do some stun. Use that stun spell. It's ineffective. Well, she tried. We can hit this guy for 1 for 15 at a time. Oh. She has her mage staff can cast lightning. That's good to know. I wonder if that casts it at everyone? I wonder if it casts it at her level? That's a good discovery to have, though. That's helpful. Killed a turtle? Okay. Well, we learned some things. Sam's debating making more coffee. Now's the time to do it, though. Because I gotta run some ads. Gotta run some ads so that, you know, people can hop in and out without Twitch yelling at them. Seems like it's chilly in here. Maybe I'll just make tea instead. I just want warmth. You can always make decaf coffee if you haven't. But I'll be right back. We're gonna run some ads. We'll see you in 3 minutes. It could absolutely be an internet farce that I fell for.
Cheer 100, eat chickens, don't fight them.
Oh no, a stampede of wildebeest is coming. What do? Do you, my dad will protect me.
I don't have a dad. We established this last time.
Dude, we're playing Elden Ring DLC very badly. If you don't know who I am, I'm Jeff. Me and my partner, Lena, make up Dork Duck, and please don't tell her ever that I called her Leaner. That's not going to end it. She'd be more happy about the comics in her seat when she gets here. We make up Dork Duck. We do a daily Monday through Friday geek news show in the mornings, and then we do a lot of video game streaming at night. Sorry to say it's on video. Well, fuck. It was a good run. I was going to marry her, but I don't think it's going to happen now.
My favorite thing, though, is, like, me talking about how I don't like feet, because it came up once in, like, just regular conversation, and the kids were there, and Logan was like, I can pick things up with my feet. Do you want to see? And I was like, absolutely not. No, don't you fucking dare. She's like, I'm so good at it, though. I'm like, I'm sure you are, but, like, I don't want to, like, no. Like, I'm sure it would be impressive, but no. Oh, hi, Bear. Whoa. Damn, he was right there fucking waiting for me.
The enthusiasm with which you greet this dog that rips your face off. All right, let's see what's going on here. It's Death Night.
Aw. He seems nice.
Advice, relationship, advice, relationship, advice.
That's real low, man. It's real low hanging fruit.
It's relationship
I'm
advice.
just saying relationship advice.
Oh.
There's gotta be other words. What?
What'd you say?
I just repeated what you said
Oh.
because we're in the stage of the morning show where I just start echoing things like random words because you're losing me.
I'm just trying to read the
No,
comments.
I know, and I'm interested in the comments, but I'm less interested in you. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, yes.
I have returned. Hello. I got more water. Got into another, like, where Selena was just like, I don't know, don't you just go to the doctor when you're sick? And I was like, I never did. So I don't know what to say about that stuff. I feel like a bad parent sometimes, but it's just also that's just how it went. How it be is you just kind of like, you know, you go like, well, I'm not dying. Like sometimes you just get sick. But it's weird because it's if you know, there seems to be like two schools of thought. The people that like are like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the doctor if the slightest thing happens, and the people that are like, yeah, no, I just what's up, Mike? Welcome in. Oh, she's got no spells. We're like, oh, I guess she has her lightning spell. We can do that thing. That was our fun discovery 2 seconds ago, is that we can do this and do this. How are you, man? Tell us about your weekend. I'm pretty good. We're cruising through, living life. Been spending a lot of time watching Twin Peaks. That's a lot of what I did this weekend, and playing God of War Ragnarok. So, I successfully waited out God of War Ragnarok. Like, I didn't buy it when it was new. Certainly could have. Did not. And waited for it to hit the PlayStation Plus thing, and it did. And so that's been nice to just kind of enjoy that. That's been a lot of fun. Twin Peaks is like the quintessential like TV show that things like Silent Hill 2 are loosely kind of somewhat based on. But it's its own weird thing. It's influenced a lot of video games more strongly, things like Alan Wake, but there's definitely a lot of Twin Peaks and Silent Hill. Yeah, I would say definitely look into it. It's definitely a journey though, and it's weird, and it starts off as a thing that is making fun of like network TV soap operas at the time. And then it just keeps getting weirder and crazy. And then it gets bad for a second. Then it gets really good and weirder again. And then there's a movie that's just really dark and fucked up. And then 25 years go by, and they made a third season that's really dark and weird and trippy and kind of great, honestly. Where am I? Oh, item. That's what. I keep forgetting what we're doing with her. Wife and I are always looking to shows. I will mark that. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's not for the. It's definitely a weird one. Usually, what happens is the first time people watch it, if they get into it at the start of it, they hit towards the end, and then they go like, "What is?" They hit somewhere in the second season and they bail because it starts getting like bad weird, because that's when like David Lynch leaves the show and like. People are just like, well, he's just got to be weird and kooky, right? And they try to make the show work without him, and they can't. But it's a very good show. So yeah, we've been watching that and just living life. Surviving. Trying to figure out how to manage to continue in this game and not die. It's fun. It's I don't know how I feel about this game still. It's I definitely like it being stuck in this zone right now where it's like we can't get through what we need to get through, but we also can't reliably level up either, which is where we're going to be probably for a little bit. And then I imagine after that we'll find the next section and then things will smooth out. That's often how it played out in the first game, just in different, more understandable ways. But like there's a bit of unevenness at times. And we would hit a wall and we'd be stuck there, and then we'd break free, and then we'd do like 7 things in a row. Definitely feels like that's kind of the boat we're in right now, where it's like once we can get to a section where we can reliably do some leveling up, we'll be good. We just gotta get there. Selena's out there making some chicken and stuffed pasta, which I'm pretty excited about. So I get to eat that when this whole thing's done as well. What? I said you're making chicken and stuffed pasta.
Oh, I heard my name and I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I was talking about you making food.
I am making food.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you too.
I'm stuck in this game.
Sorry.
And probably will be for a while. What?
I said that's unfortunate, but at least you have free lights already.
Yeah. I don't think
Vibes
people
are
can.
good in here.
Yeah, the vibes are good in here.
Waffles would like to be in here. So waffles.
I don't think people can see those. Oh, yeah, they can see the twinkly lights behind me. So, love you too. Mike says, good food takes time and love. It does. It does. Every break I've got out there too, she's like, actually, I'm going to make this because this sounds really good. I'm like, sounds good. But yeah, I think we settled on she's making stuffed pasta with chicken, and I'm pretty excited about it. All right, so this is what. Okay, so we need to do that. I wonder. I mean, this won't do us any good. These guys are gonna just die. What's up, chef? Eye drop. We definitely need one of those. Put that there. I guess we'll run out on the ship for a second and try to like just kind of level up the HP a little bit, people. Maybe. Like, I don't see us reliably getting her MP any higher, but maybe we can get people's HP higher. And we get other people's MP higher, possibly. I'm gonna have her magic. It's gonna be boring, but like if we can get people leveled up a little bit, that'll help. And then he's so weak. His lightning's so weak. You did a good job though, bud. Good job. Good job lightning us for like nothing. Yeah, I should probably have her cast fire on us. I probably should get it down to like one dude left though. So we'll have her fire the first two. Does he have anything that's more than... No, it's all one. Chef said, just got home from work. Now I get to waste the rest of the night in front of the computer while I should be cleaning. That's always my plan. I enjoy wasting the night. I don't know if that's a waste, though. It's very good for mental health. So I used to try to... I can't so much do it anymore. But I used to try to always, like, isolate my... cleaning to like one day so that during the week I could just like veg, you know, because I have to work. See, like you have to go to work all day, and then if you come home and you also have to clean, like that just didn't work for me and my brain. I didn't like it. What's been hard is living with a partner, because like then you're forcing your... Oh my god, they just ruined it by running away. God damn it. What the fuck? Why'd you guys run away? There's 4 of them. Alright, I guess we have to be more aggressive. The problem is, like, they can, like, seriously hurt us. Jesus, how could... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Any attempt to, like, level these guys up is just gets so stressful and frustrating. Because, like, the second you get, like, any kind of reliable means, then they start running away on you, and then... I guess you could, like, constantly cast, like, stop and sleep. That's a weird... Huh. I hate that might be the solution, but that might actually be the solution. Nick said, well, I didn't know we were playing Stop Hitting Yourself Sim. I wasn't paying attention to my notifications. This is indeed the Stop Hitting Yourself Sim. I haven't been doing a lot of it today, but I just started in hopes that, you know, we could get a little further in this dungeon we're on. So far, it is going okay. We you know, we're hitting ourselves, living our life. Hoping that we've managed to level some stuff up here, although we should have been working on especially the top guy's magic. That would have probably been helpful. But it's fine. That outfit on Rayla, Dame girl. Damn. I don't know why I said damn as Dame. Dame girl. Yeah, I think when you were here last week, she was like dead the entire time because I have trouble keeping her alive. Be blinded. That's the type of girl, I suppose. Yep, yeah. A Dame girl. Sam said that just made me think of during Aviary Attorney, Kaylee went to say Dame Catterline, but instead said damn Catterline. Yeah, Aviary Attorney was a good time. I very much enjoyed myself during that. So what? Feels so long ago now. It does. Especially because it was like what we did. Trying to think. So you did that. Think it wasn't that then King's Quest. There was something in between there too. Oh, the a couple things. You did Hue, and you did the something else I'm not thinking of. Nick says that was back when we weren't at war with you guys. Oh, the sad accuracy of that statement. You have to climb out. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be at war with you. It's silly and stupid. We're not at war. Our president is just dumb. I mean, we're in a trade war. That's unfortunately true whether we want it to be or not. Well, I got her up to 515. That's a little helpful. Okay. Our president is dumb and we're in a trade war. It can be multiple things. I don't know if you guys heard me say that, but literally every comic book is printed in Canada, so I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna get weird. Nick says if it gets Budweiser out of my country, we should have done this years ago. That is one of the things he's going after. I read, but I think he's specifically going after It's like any. Well, I think that would include any alcohol that's coming in from specifically red states, which I think is just a really funny way of doing it. So like you guys will still have like non-tariff like California wine and shit, but Nick says all our prime minister here in Ontario talks about is alcohol. I mean, alcohol is important. I don't know that it's that important though. All right. Well, we got her up to 515, I guess. That's an improvement. Rilla up to 256. It's better than nothing? Question mark? I don't... If the elixirs do what they did before, that's huge. The problem being that they're so prohibitively expensive. We need to buy a tent. We can't carry anymore. Can we sell things? I don't need this. Can we sell we have every key item for this game. Like none of the key items have like ever gone away. Sam says it's kind of silly how much classier Canada immediately seems compared to the States because their PM can seamlessly switch between English and French. Yeah. It's not a good time. I mean, we're fine. Everything's fine. Who needs anything to like? I forgot. We figured out what the unicorn did, but I don't remember what it was. It triggers some kind of thing. All right, we need to buy. I mean, we can still sell to make ourselves room. You must be fluent to be considered for any party here. That's fucking cool. That's amazing. I love that. I like can't imagine us doing anything similar ever. Selling this longsword, I think. $33.21. Yeah, we're keeping the ancient sword. Sorry, I just had to double check that. I like the ancient sword. Let's sell the long sword. Get rid of it. Sam says we have a uniquely dense take on language here, which leads to a ton of adults playing catch up trying to learn a second language for the rest of their lives. People basically forget whatever they learned in their required language class in high school. Yep, it's so weird. Where every other country in the world like learns multiple languages. It's almost like they don't want us understanding media from other cultures. That can't be it though, right? That's not it. I don't think that could be it. Okay, so a couple of these, man, the problem is these items like really run like they're killing the store. I bought 2 revives, 1 ether. I don't have really any room for anything else unless I sell something else. I still don't know what wisdom does. I guess I don't need this anymore, and I guess I don't have. I can sell off the fancy one too because we don't really have anybody using bows, and that'll help. There's probably someone watching this going like, "Oh my gosh, you sold the," but like we're just not. We don't have one of those characters. We're not using that stuff. And then we're going to, we're gonna buy one more ether, and that's gonna be our stock. I think we have to kind of lock in here because I can't afford to do that again. We are net losing tons of money buying these resources to get through this thing. So we kind of have to lock in and save right outside it and kind of just deal with what comes from that. Nick says, "Oh yeah, lol. You talk to someone from Europe and they're like, oh yeah, we're fluent in 4 languages and I can get by in 3 more. Yeah, it's crazy." I always wanted to learn more languages as a kid. It's just. And I had a good brain for it. It's just literally the apparatus for it is just not here. They start teaching you in high school. And then whenever they start teaching kids younger than that, then it turns into like, why do they want them to learn that? And then whenever they try to stop teaching kids like cursive, like not just to read, like reading cursive's fine. It's like, it's just not a skill. Writing cursive is not a skill anybody needs to have anymore, which like people get really mad when you say, but it's just it's not a thing that people use in everyday life anymore. I get that a lot of people want that to not be true. It's the accuracy of the information, but like they don't teach little kids other languages, and they get a little like butthurt when people try, but then they get really butthurt if anyone touches the cursive. It's very weird. Sam says, yeah, I found I got decent in reading other languages, but never had anyone to speak to in them, so I never got around to thinking in other languages, and then just stopped using it. So it's mostly dried up. One of my friends, his TikTok is entirely, and it's one of those like, I found it because, and I know you don't TikTok anymore, but I found his TikTok just by, it's like, hey, you have like, you share contact info, so there's a person on TikTok, but he had like never intended an English audience really to see it, and it's like his entire TikTok is dedicated to him practicing Italian. So he just gets on and is just like, hi guys, I'm just here to practice my Italian. This is what I had for breakfast today. This is what's going on in my life. And it's just entirely in Italian, so that he's watching TikTok videos in Italian, and he's like he's making it like a video a day in Italian, so that he's continuing to grow and learning to use the language, which I thought is really smart and way smarter than stinking Duolingo. It's fine. Which I might start learning Mandarin, because I feel like that might be the direction just overall things are going. Sam says that's a cool way to immerse yourself in another language. It is. It's pretty smart. Chef says, okay, time for a funny story. Let's go. I'm down for funny stories. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr. But yeah, I think I might start doing Duolingo again for Mandarin, and then I actually might use Red Note for that. If they let Red Note stay on our phones, and I might just start doing videos in Mandarin and trying to learn, because I have a pretty sticky brain for language. The problem is if you don't have any ability to use it. And then my biggest problem with any of the languages that don't use traditional is the wrong word for that, because theirs are traditional too, they're just not ours. Our lettering, what do you Arabic? Is that what you call that? Anything that doesn't use our letters, I really struggle with reading it. And my brain just refuses to like adapt to that at all. Nick says 5 minutes of Mandarin channel point redeemed. Sure. We could, but like I'd have to actually get a little further ahead in where I'm at. But Sam says that I'm for one learning as much as I can, especially with all the bans and censorships right now. Yeah. Well, and I think all of this is going to go one of two ways. And it's like, don't listen to me. I sell comic books for a living and play Final Fantasy games very badly. So I don't know shit about fuck. But I think things are going to go one or two ways. Either this is going to like kind of course correct itself over time, and these are like the last death throes of you know, stuff that should have died out a long time ago, or this is truly, you know, the beginning of the end for kind of Western culture. And you know, it's gonna be, the answer going forward is gonna be to probably make sure you know your Mandarin. And not that culture is like 100, like it's no culture is like perfectly fine or good, but it's just like that is definitely, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. But helps you learn too, right? Yeah, exactly. Chef said, I was sitting outside of a store and I was having a really, really bad time finding something on my phone. I cussed in German because there was kids around. The kids were from Germany. The parents started speaking German to me. That's awesome. Nick says, you know that happened to China, though. No, what happened to China, though, right? No. What happened to China? Tell me. Again, I am ignorant comic book salesman, man. Nick says, we don't hear a ton, but their infrastructure is fucked. They did the census ages ago, and everyone lied about how many kids they had, so they expected a massive population boom that didn't come. So there's all these buildings and factories and shit that are just empty. Oh. Yeah, I didn't hear any of that. I remember that was... Elon Musk was pretty big on that kick of just like... back when he was someone that a lot more people listened to, that there's a big population drop coming there and also here, and it's like we need to find a way to get people to be having more kids. I'm not smart enough to know, like, once you get up into those like huge levels of sociological nonsense, I am glad that none of that is my decision, because it seems like a whole lot of like, okay, you got to pick which people you're gonna piss off, and just hope that you pick the right ones. And you know, make sure you piss off the right people. And it kind of just feels like that's where all of those decisions are. And you know, even if you're making the right decisions, if it pisses the wrong people off, you're not in power to make the right decisions tomorrow. So do you make the decision that keeps you in power, or do you make the decision that and it's just like, I would be so bad at those jobs. I can't even imagine. That just all sounds terrible. Sam says we tend to hear very limited, very propaganda, xenophobic shit when it comes to China. Nick says that's super true, but this whole everyone gonna need to learn to speak Mandarin thing has been fear-mongering on our side for 30 years. I'm not saying like, oh my god, you're gonna have to, and if you don't, you're fucked, because that's what I'm not saying it like that way. I'm just saying that like there's probably economic opportunity there, and like there's just probably going to be opportunity to make money and do things, and I don't know. Again, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just that I don't think they're taking over the world or anything. I just think that like it seems like the one that's probably wise to know. I'm pretty good at Spanish though, and I would like to get back to like close to fluent. I'm so far from that these days. It's not even funny. After like I spent a bunch of summers in the Dominican Republic when I was a kid, and I just kept getting better and better and better, and I should have just like immersed myself even more. But that was all about doing things for Jesus, and I kind of stopped thinking that way and doing things that way. Nick says it's just nice to be able to talk with people in their own language if you can. I miss dating a French girl for that. Yeah. Well, it's interesting with as close as I live to Canada that you would think that, like, we would have more of a, like, hey, we should... I saved out there, right? I think I did. I no longer remember. You know what? I'm going to save state just in case. We'll do that. Nick says, if you don't use it, you lose it. My French is terrible now compared to 15 years ago. Chef says, I used to be able to speak more German. I don't use it, so I lose it. But soon I'm going to be taught ASL. ASL's cool. I wish I knew ASL. The one ASL I know and remember, because it just makes me laugh, is the word for bullshit. Because you make a bull, and then on the other side of your elbow, you have the bullshit. It makes me laugh. I don't know who came up with that, but every time, it just makes me giggle so much. It's so good. Chef says, I know a few things too. We use ASL in my classroom, so I'm being taught some stuff. Nice. I know the letters. That's all I know. So I could push come to shove. I could spell things, but that only gets you so far, obviously. Need to teach yourself the letters. In other words, I've forgotten a few of them. That's what. So, A, B, C, D, E, or is this? It's F, G, HIJKLMNOPQRSTVW. I think X is the one that it looks like you're holding a gun. Y and Z. I know words. I know I can say all done, open, close, bathroom, and tablet. Nick says, is sign language mostly universal? Like, could someone from Portland talk to someone from Korea for the most part? I don't think so. That's why it's ASL American Sign Language, which is silly because you would think it would be more universal. But admittedly, I don't know. But it definitely should be, because it's like, then you kind of have to like learn. Like, the fact that, like, it's regionalized is really silly, but also, what are you going to do? Nick says, when they're inventing the damn language, you would have thought to involve language people from around the world and say, we can agree this is chair. Yeah, I think if they were inventing it today, that's 100% what they would do. As people tend to lean a little more globalist, although we're getting more isolationist, so I don't really know. That would make more sense though. Our technology is pushing us globally, so even if people want to like get all isolation-y, I think things are just drifting in that direction. But who knows? I mean, now, especially now that I'm in Twitch, it's like, it was already with comic books. It's like I have, friends and customers all over the country, and then now with this with Twitch, it's like now I've friends all over the world, and the idea of like trying to narrow everything back down and just think of things like in a very like just local way, just Michigan way, just United States way is just like seems and feels really silly to me, but a lot of people disagree, it seems like. So Nick says, because with a language like that you have spelling, but then you have signs for words. Yeah, the words could be universal. They just chose to do it in a weird way. Chef says there's over 300 different types of sign language. Yeah, that just seems silly. They didn't have to do it that way. Hey, by the way, that's our YouTube. I've been putting a lot of work into it. Please go subscribe. There's a fun video on there of me ranting about Final Fantasy 1. There's also super edited down playthroughs of everything we've been doing. I do try to edit so that like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay is edited down to like 20 minutes of just the jokes. So check it out. It'd mean a lot to me. We're inching closer to 50. Yeah, what Sam said. Chef said, so I would take ASL and become a certified interpreter. They get paid nicely, actually. Yeah, that's not a bad bet, honestly. We're going to go say hello to see who's on. Let's go bug your mother is a fish, because she's gonna be playing some Legacy of Kain. It's always a good time. Met them through Spike. I think live in the same country. They're cool people. They often sing songs when people raid, which is always silly and fun. So we're gonna head over that way. Appreciate you all. Be honest, be kind, be useful. Live a good fucking life. We have raid commands. They look like this. This, depending if you sub or don't sub. And we'll be live again in the morning with more Dork Duck Daily. Nick says, I've been seeing pretty great videos, people who didn't know ASL but did that job anyways. I mean, that's a route. All right. I'm going to eat some delicious pasta Selena's making. You guys have a wonderful night. Bye!